Now, a billionaire diamond magnate is to go on trial in Switzerland over allegations of corruption linked to a major mining deal in Guinea. Benny Steinmetz, who has both Israeli and French nationality, has always denied his company paid multi-million-dollar bribes to obtain iron ore mining exploration permits in southern Guinea back in 2008. Details of this and other stories in our Africa Business News Roundup.
Benny Steinmetz's lawyer says he will travel to Israel to Geneva to plead his innocence. If convicted, he could face up to 10 years in prison. It is rare for a major corruption case to go through trial in Switzerland, where the 64-year-old is reported to be a former resident. Prosecutors have spent 6 years investigating a deal that gave Steinmetz's company, BSG Resources, rights to mine a large area of a mountainous region of Simandu. It contains one of Africa's and the world's biggest untapped reserves of iron ore. Meanwhile, the UK Nigeria Tech Hub and Nigeria's Engineering Training Institute, Decagon Digital, have announced the pilot phase of the developer placement program. The two plan to recruit and pair shortlisted SMEs with 100 vetted software engineers to help SMEs build web apps while they gain experience. All software engineers that intend to apply for the program must have graduated from a recognized software engineering institute in Nigeria. For SMEs to be eligible to apply for the program, they must have a social impact projector product that needs developers to either scale or improve existing features. And Schneider Electric has announced 2 leadership appointments for the Anglo-African region. The company says appointments are part of the continuation of their mission to provide cutting-edge technological solutions to the African continent. With 1 internal and 1 external appointment, the company hopes to demonstrate its confidence in its existing talent while acknowledging the importance of bringing new expertise and insight into the organization.
China is pushing back against a flurry of U.S. sanctions with new rules that protect its farms from what it terms as unjustified foreign laws. Changes announced over the weekend will now allow Chinese courts to punish companies that comply with such restrictions. Details of this and other stories in our Global Business Roundup.
U.S. President Donald Trump has continued to target Chinese companies he believes are a threat to the U.S. national security. Measures include punishing companies that supply parts to blacklisted firms. On Monday, 3 large Chinese telecoms firms listed on the New York Stock Exchange are expected to see their shares delisted based on alleged ties with its military. The New York Stock Exchange is removing China Mobile, China Telecom and China Unicom Hong Kong based on an executive order signed by Trump in November. The measures, which came into effect immediately, do not mention the U.S. directly, although China has long complained about U.S. sanctions and restrictions on trade. Meanwhile, Hyundai Motor and Apple Inc. plan to sign a partnership deal on autonomous electric cars by March and start production around 2024 in the United States, local Korea media reported on Sunday. The report follows a statement on Friday from Hyundai Motor that it was in an early talks with Apple after another local media outlet said the company is aimed to launch a self-driving electric car in 2027, sending Hyundai shares up nearly 20%. Hyundai Motor declined to comment on the report on Sunday and reiterated Friday's comments that it's received requests for potential cooperation from various companies on developing autonomous EVs. And US-based investment powerhouse KKR & Co. said Monday it has closed a fund targeting infrastructure-related investment in Asia-Pacific at $3.9 billion. The fund, KKR's first in the region for the sector, closed at its hard cap to become the largest pan-regional infrastructure fund for Asia-Pacific, the firm said in a press release. KKR invested about $300 million in the fund alongside external investors through its balance sheet and employee commitments. KKR first established its global infrastructure team and strategy in 2008 but entered Asia only 11 years later when it poached David Lubov, then a CEO of Macquarie Group's Asia Infrastructure Fund, to build out its Asia team. It launched the fundraising later that year.